To know your mobile, I am Basil and I'm here with the IdeaPhone K900. Now this device evaded us at CES 2013. We're at MWC and we've got it in our hands. The IdeaPhone packs a 5.5 inch full HD display, giving it a PPI of about 400. But do you know what's really special about it? It's the Intel chipset inside. We're going to start off by talking you around the design, and you can see that gorgeous screen just jumping out at you. The design's really classical. It adopts a very solid feel. On the left side is a volume rocker. Down below is a 3.5mm headphone jack and micro USB. Micro SIM eject tray to the right with a power button, and on top, no buttons whatsoever. Just a really nice slick finish. On the reverse, brushed metal all the way and that Intel inside. We're here with Mark and he's going to tell us a little bit more about what you can expect inside the IdeaPhone.
Alright, so here we can see this lovely screen. This screen is running at full HD, 400 plus PPI. It's 5.5 inch, and together between these you have a combination where you can say look at websites and you can really read the text of this. You can have beautiful video because it's all in full HD. So you've got a lovely screen, more space for your content. If we look at the designs, we talked about that. This steel backing here is this is real stainless steel. Okay. It's not aluminium; it's full stainless steel, and it's made from an extra special type with very low magnetic content. Okay. A very low magnetic property. So that means it won't interfere with some of the components inside. We have Gorilla Glass 2. Okay. And between the two of those, that helps us make the super slim 6.9mm.
6.9mm. Yeah. So that's really slim, considering the Sony Xperia Z is 7.9mm, and we consider that a skinny phone. Just to confirm, the back cover doesn't get removed. You've got those really nice aesthetic screws there.
No, you don't. The back cover's not for easy removal.
No. And we've got that camera.
Right. This camera, I've got to tell you about the camera.
Please go for it.
Okay. This camera is a 13 megapixel camera, but it's not good just because it's a 13 megapixel camera. That's great, but because it's also got a very wide aperture lens. Okay. It's f1.8.
Oh wow! So that is the highest on any phone camera today. Yep. Prior it was HTC with their f2 cameras.
And now we've also got the Exmor BSI sensor inside.
Okay, so that's the Exmor RS.
It's the Sony Exmor BSI.
Oh, BSI. Okay.
So we have more light going into the camera. We have it turned in digitized with a better sensor, and then we have a 13 megapixel camera, very high. And the result will be is that you'll get better quality photos, especially in low light, and that matters because we carry our phones around with us. We often are indoors in low light conditions, and we want to have good photos there without needing to use the flash.
Absolutely. Could we have a quick, sorry to interrupt, a quick look at the user interface of the camera? So just if we jump into the camera.
Jump into the camera, give me a second. So there you go.
So it's called a super camera in the UI.
Yep. So if we go here, this is the camera is still being tweaked, so they might find slight differences between this when it comes out. But this is the main interface.
Okay, brilliant.
So you see this. There are other functions you can do with this. So you'll go to effects. Loads of effects you can have.
Perfect.
We can also have some super ones as well, so a whole range of other things too. So you can change the images around. There's loads of different effects.
Awesome. Now can you tell us a bit about the processor inside? Because that's really the key thing driving this, where we are now, the Intel stand at MWC.
Well, I can tell you some basic information, but if you want loads, you can ask the Intel guys.
Basic information
Basic information. Okay, you've got a 2.0 gigahertz processor. Okay. This is with the dual core processor, but it has hyper-threading, so you have 2 threads per core, so it's like it gives you, because it's more powerful than you think for that. 2 gigahertz is super fast. This is going to give you very little, if any, lag time between, say, 3D games, switching from that to playing videos. So normally you have quite a long lag when you load up these things. You're not going to get that with this. And you can be able to flick between multiple different programs that are all open. So even with demanding programs, you can run them, flick between them very easily and very comfortably.
2 gigahertz single or dual core?
Dual core.
Dual core. And RAM?
So we're going to have, it's 2 gigabytes plus 16 gigabytes.
Okay, so 2 gigabytes RAM, 16 gigabytes internal storage. Expandable or not? No. Okay, brilliant.
Can I mention one other thing?
Please.
We're talking about cameras. So if I flick to the front camera, right, you'll see here, like if you see this, I'm not just holding this, you can see you. You see how many people you've got in this image? Yeah. This is a very wide angle camera. 88 degrees wide angle camera.
Okay.
So this means that when you hold it, you can have more of your friends in photos when you take photos of yourself and your friends. Or if you like video conferencing, you don't need to stretch your arm miles away to try and get a decent picture of yourself. You can hold it very comfortably in front of you.
Perfect. Do you know a relative wide angle on that?
It's 88 degrees.
Okay, brilliant. Could I just take one last look at it? Battery capacity, do we know that?
We don't know yet, and this is all being tweaked, so we don't know the timings for that.
Okay, brilliant. And finally, last question, availability?
Well, starting Q2, but you know, this is initially available in China, and we're also, our smartphone business is in 5 other markets at the moment. India, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, Russia. That's the first step in our expansion of our smartphone business outside of China. There will be more, it's coming. That's where we are now.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Mark. Really appreciate that. This has been Basil with Know Your Mobile with the Lenovo IdeaPhone K900. If you enjoyed this video, click like. If you like the channel, click subscribe.